Welcome to another powerful video here on the Wisdom Ones channel. I'm thrilled to have you with us as we delve into something truly life-changing. If you are ready to embrace the fullness of your calling, this message is for you. I encourage you to stay tuned as we uncover profound truths that will ignite a fire within your soul. There's a profound truth in the teachings of Jesus that resonates deeply with the journey of the chosen ones. You are the light of the world. This simple yet powerful statement holds a profound meaning. It's not about being perfect or flawless. It's about allowing the light of God to shine through you, even in your imperfections. Just as a city on a hill cannot be hidden, your light, when nurtured by love and faith, cannot be extinguished. It's not for you to keep hidden or contained, but for the world to see. Every act of kindness, every moment of patience, every choice to love when it's difficult, these are the ways your light shines. The Apostle Paul reminds us that we are called to live as children of light in a world filled with darkness. It is in the mundane moments, in the quiet acts of goodness, where the truth of God's love is made evident. And when the darkness seems overwhelming, when the path ahead feels uncertain, remember that the light within you has already overcome the world. Your light reflects His light, and nothing, not even the deepest shadows, can ever overcome it. Before we dive in, I'd like to ask you to do something that will help spread this message to others. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications so that you never miss another important word of wisdom. Also, if you're ready to acknowledge the powerful truth being shared today, comment 99 below. This is your declaration that you're aligned with the message and ready to take action. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to the Wisdom Ones channel. Thank you so much for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most. Now, let's begin. You might be surprised by what I'm about to share with you, but it's crucial to stay quiet, focused, and open to what's coming your way. I'm about to speak to those of you who have been called for something greater. This video is exclusively for the chosen ones. If you don't yet believe in Christ, or if His message does not resonate with you, I understand if this video doesn't hold your interest. Feel free to turn it off now, but if you are a true believer, if you feel in your heart that you are chosen for a higher purpose, then what I'm about to say will make perfect sense. I stand here as a messenger of truth, a voice that God has raised up for this specific moment to speak directly to you, the chosen ones. Yes, you, the ones who have been set apart for a greater purpose. You have been called for something higher, something far beyond the life you are living right now. And today, I am here to help ignite a fire in your soul, a fire that will burn away every doubt, every fear, every obstacle that has held you back from stepping fully into the person you were created to be. And this is not just another motivational speech. This is a call to action, a divine wake-up call. You are chosen, and you are about to step into the fullness of that calling. But understand this, the path you are about to walk is not an easy one. It will require courage, resilience, and faith. There will be moments when the journey feels impossible, when it seems as if the world is pressing down on you, trying to silence your purpose. But I assure you, the end of this path leads to greatness. Greatness that will echo through eternity. So, listen closely. This message is for those of you who are ready to rise and embrace your divine mission. You are not just here by chance. Your life holds significance. You are not meant to simply drift through life. You have been hand-picked by God to fulfill a purpose that will transform lives. I am speaking not just to your ears, but to the deepest parts of your being. I am calling out to the warrior within you, the part of you that knows there is more, the part of you that has been waiting for permission to rise. Today, is that day. Today, I am releasing you from the chains of complacency, from the lies that tell you your life doesn't matter. I am speaking to that part of you that knows, deep down, you were made for greatness. But let me remind you, this journey is not without challenges. There will be times when you doubt yourself, when you wonder if you're truly capable of the great things you feel called to do. There will be moments when the road ahead seems too steep, too treacherous, and you'll feel tempted to turn back. But this is where your faith will be tested. This is where you must trust that the purpose God has for you will not be derailed by the obstacles that stand in your way. You have been chosen, and you must step into that calling with boldness and with the confidence that God is with you every step of the way. I know that at times it feels like your efforts go unnoticed. You may feel like you're giving and giving, loving and serving, but nothing seems to change. You may feel as if no one sees your heart, your sacrifices, or the work you've put in. I know the world can sometimes be discouraging. It can feel like you're planting seeds in soil that doesn't yield any fruit. But let me remind you of something powerful. God sees everything. He sees every act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every time you've gone out of your way to help someone in need. And He assures you, none of it is wasted. In Galatians 6:9, the Bible says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Right now, you may not see the fruits of your labor. You may not see the results of your kindness and hard work. But trust me, those seeds you are planting are growing under the surface. Something is happening that you cannot yet see. There is a process, a time of waiting, nurturing, and trusting that growth is taking place, even when it appears nothing is changing. Like a farmer who plants seeds in the ground, you may not see the harvest immediately, but you can trust that the results will come in due time. Imagine a farmer who plants seeds in the soil. He doesn't plant them today and expect a harvest tomorrow. No, he knows there is a waiting period, a time for the seeds to take root and grow. It takes patience, perseverance, and trust. And that's what your life is like right now. Every act of kindness you extend, every time you give love without expecting anything in return, you are planting seeds. Seeds that may not bloom today, but will certainly bear fruit in God's perfect timing. So don't grow weary. Don't let the lack of immediate results cause you to doubt the power of what you're doing. Your kindness, your love, your service, they are not in vain. God is faithful. He has promised that at the right time you will see the harvest, and when it comes, it will be far beyond what you could ever have imagined. The blessings will flow, and your impact will ripple through generations. You are building something eternal. Let's take a moment to reflect on the power of a helping hand. Do not underestimate the influence of a simple act of kindness. What may seem small to you can be life-changing for someone else. In a world where so many are hurting, lost, and broken, your kindness might be the very thing that brings someone back to life, that restores their hope. Do you remember the story of the Good Samaritan? It's a well-known parable, but today, I want you to see it with new eyes. The Good Samaritan was traveling along the road when he came across a man who had been beaten, robbed, and left for dead. Others passed by, including religious leaders, people who claimed to know God, but they did nothing. They saw the man in need, but they kept walking. But the Good Samaritan stopped. He saw the man's need and chose to help. He didn't have to. No one would have blamed him if he had kept going, but he stopped. And in that moment, he changed a life. Your acts of kindness are like that. You may not think much of them, but to the person receiving your love, it could mean the world. It could be the difference between despair and hope. Every time you help, every time you give, you are not just changing one life. You are creating a ripple effect. The person you help might go on to help someone else, and that kindness will spread far beyond what you can see. It's like throwing a pebble into a pond. The ripples spread out in all directions, touching every part of the water. That's what your kindness does. It touches lives in ways you may never fully understand. But God sees it. He sees every act of love, every moment of compassion, and He is using it to transform lives. You are God's hands and feet in this world. You are His vessel of love. When you move in kindness, you are moving in the power of God. You are fulfilling your divine mission, the purpose for which you were created. You were not put on this earth to live for yourself alone. Your life is not just about your comfort, your success, or your happiness. No, you were chosen to serve. You were chosen to be a light in the darkness, to bring hope to those who need it most. Remember, every time you help someone, whether it's giving them food, offering a word of encouragement, or simply being there for them in their time of need, you are serving Jesus Himself. Jesus said in Matthew 25:40, "Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." This is not optional. It's not something you do only when it's convenient. It is who you are. You were made to serve, and in doing so, you are serving God. So, I call you to embrace this calling. Step into it with boldness. Know that God is with you every step of the way. You may feel like what you're doing isn't enough. You may look at the problems of the world and wonder, what difference can I make? But remember, God specializes in taking small things and turning them into miracles. Like the boy who offered his small lunch of 5 loaves and 2 fish, when you give what you have, no matter how small, it can be multiplied and used for something far greater. Chosen ones, your light is unlike any other, and it is destined to shine brighter in the darkness of this world. As you walk in your calling, remember that your every act of kindness, your every gesture of love, is a reflection of the divine light within you. You don't need to be perfect or have everything figured out to make a difference in the lives of those around you. The most powerful testimony you can offer is living a life filled with love, grace, and compassion. This is how you bring heaven to earth. When you love without expecting anything in return, when you serve others selflessly, you are radiating God's love in a world that so desperately needs it. People may not always hear your words, but they will notice your actions. They will feel the warmth of your kindness, and in that, they will experience God's love. You don't have to preach to make an impact. Sometimes, the way you live your life will speak volumes. And you, chosen ones, have been called to live in such a way that the light of Christ shines through you in all that you do. There are moments when it feels as though the world is getting darker, and it may be easy to wonder if your efforts even matter. But I assure you, your light does matter. It matters more than you may ever fully understand. Even the smallest light can pierce through the darkest night. Your love, your kindness, and your good works are powerful, not because of who you are, but because of the one who shines through you. God has placed in your heart a fire that cannot be extinguished. You are made to be a beacon of hope, a shining light for all to see. Don't let the world convince you that your efforts are too small or insignificant. Every act of love, every moment of service, is a part of a much greater picture. Your life is part of God's divine plan, and you have a purpose that is far beyond anything you could ever imagine. So rise up, chosen ones, and let your light shine brighter than ever before. I know the road can feel tough at times. Life can weigh you down and the challenges can seem overwhelming. But do not grow weary in doing good. There is a harvest waiting for you, a harvest that will be reaped in its perfect time. You may not see it yet, but God is working behind the scenes, and your actions are planting seeds of transformation. Keep serving, keep loving, and keep doing good, even when it feels like no one is noticing. Trust that God sees every moment, and He is using your faithfulness to build something eternal. Chosen ones, your time is now. Your divine calling is unfolding right before your eyes. You were created to do good, to serve others, and to be a light in the darkness. The world needs you more than ever. Every time you make the choice to step into your purpose, you are making a difference. Your actions have a ripple effect that will touch lives in ways you cannot even begin to fathom. The road ahead may not always be easy, and there may be times when you feel discouraged, but in those moments, remember that God is with you. He is by your side, walking with you every step of the way. He sees your struggles, and He understands your pain. You are never alone in this journey. Trust in His strength to carry you through. You are stronger than you think, and with God by your side, there is no obstacle too great to overcome. Remember, the harvest may not come immediately, but it will come. Keep planting those seeds of kindness, of service, of love. Keep walking in your purpose, even when the road seems long and hard. Your labor is not in vain. God is faithful to His promises, and at the appointed time you will see the fruit of your labor. So don't give up. Don't let the struggles of life discourage you. You are doing more than you know. Your actions are part of a much larger story, one that God is writing, and He is using you to bring His kingdom to earth. Your life has purpose. You are making a difference. Now, as you continue to walk in your calling, remember to lean on God's strength. Do not rely on your own power, but trust in His. He will give you the endurance you need to keep moving forward, and He will equip you to face whatever comes your way. There is no obstacle too big for God to overcome. With Him, all things are possible. Chosen ones, you were made for this. You are made to shine, to serve, to love. You are made to bring the hope of Christ into this world. Never forget the power of your light. Even when it feels like the darkness is closing in, know that your light has the power to break through. Keep shining, keep loving, keep serving, and keep doing good. As you continue to walk in your divine purpose, know that God sees you, He knows you, and He is with you every step of the way. You are part of something greater than yourself. Your life matters, and your actions matter. Don't grow weary in doing good, for in the proper time, you will reap a harvest. Keep going, keep pushing forward, keep trusting in the one who has called you. This is your time. This is your moment. Embrace it with all that you have, and watch how God uses you to transform the world around you. You are a chosen one, and you have been called for such a time as this. Let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. If this message has touched your heart, chosen one, I invite you to comment 99 below and subscribe to the Wisdom Ones channel. Let's continue to walk together in purpose and shine brighter than ever before. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to the Wisdom Ones channel. Thank you so much for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most. It is important to understand that the light within you is not just a reflection of the good that you do, but a manifestation of something far deeper. It is a beacon that calls people from darkness into light, a powerful force that has the ability to transform not only your life, but the lives of others. You are not placed here by chance. You were created for a specific purpose. Your existence in this world is not an accident. You are part of a divine design, and as such, you are meant to carry the light of Christ into every corner of the earth. Your purpose in life extends far beyond the daily routine and the challenges you face. It is not confined to the mundane tasks or the difficulties that seem to dominate your time. Instead, your purpose is something much larger, something that transcends the limits of time and space. It is a purpose that was written into your very being, intricately woven into the essence of who you are, and embedded in the grand design of the universe. The light that resides within you, the love that flows through you, and the good that you offer to the world are all elements of this higher calling. They are part of a greater narrative, one that is unfolding beyond your immediate understanding. In every moment of your life and each choice you make, no matter how seemingly insignificant, you are playing a role in this eternal story. Every small act of kindness, every loving word spoken, every moment of selflessness contributes to a larger plan that is beyond your comprehension. The meaning of your life is not found in the fleeting moments of everyday struggles, but in the lasting impact that your actions have on the world and on the lives of others. Your life has intrinsic worth because it is connected to something much greater than yourself, an eternal plan, one that is aligned with the divine will. You may not always see the immediate results of your efforts or understand the full impact of your actions. At times, it may feel as though what you are doing doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but in reality, each small step you take toward goodness and truth echoes through time and has eternal significance. Your purpose is not just about achieving success or overcoming obstacles in the here and now. It is about aligning yourself with something much more profound, the unfolding of God's purpose for your life. It is about recognizing that your actions, no matter how small, have a ripple effect that extends beyond your immediate sphere of influence, impacting people in ways you may never fully see. You are part of a divine tapestry, and every action you take is a thread that helps weave together the beautiful and purposeful design that God has created for you. You are more than just a person navigating through life's challenges. You are an integral part of something far larger, and your life has meaning and significance in ways that go beyond what you can see in the present moment. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, as though the world is moving faster than you can keep up. With all the demands and distractions, it often feels like the things you do are small and insignificant. The noise of the world can drown out your sense of purpose, leaving you questioning whether what you're doing even matters at all. In a society that values visible success and immediate results, it's natural to doubt the impact of your actions when they don't always seem to bring the recognition or reward you expect. But I want you to hear this clearly. Your efforts are never in vain. Every single act of kindness, no matter how seemingly small, carries weight. Each moment of selfless service you give, every word of encouragement or support, and each act of love, whether witnessed by others or not, has an immeasurable value. In a world that sometimes measures worth by material accomplishments or outward success, it can be easy to forget the true significance of the quiet moments, the unnoticed deeds, the ones that don't get applause or accolades. But those moments, those are the ones that truly matter. The light that you carry within you shines far brighter than you may realize. It is not the grand gestures that make the greatest impact, but the quiet, consistent faithfulness of your choices. The way you show up every day, even when no one is looking. The way you extend grace to those around you, even when it's not easy. The way you choose love, kindness, and compassion, even in the face of adversity. These are the things that shape the world and make it better, even if they don't always seem to make a splash in the moment. Your light is steady and powerful, like a candle burning in the darkness. It doesn't have to be the brightest or the loudest to be effective. Its glow reaches out in subtle ways, touching lives and hearts when you least expect it. The ripples of your actions, those quiet choices to live with integrity, to serve with humility, to love with compassion, extend beyond what you can see. They create a chain reaction, inspiring others to act in kindness, to spread love, to shine their own light. So, don't be discouraged. Don't allow the noise of the world to convince you that your efforts don't matter. They do. You are making a difference. In ways big and small, visible and invisible, your light is shining. Keep going. Keep loving. Keep serving. Because in the end, it's not the grandeur of your actions that define your impact. It's the quiet, faithful choices you make every single day that will leave a lasting legacy. The beauty of the light that you carry is that it is not confined to a specific place, nor does it require a grand stage to shine. It isn't something that only appears within the walls of a church or through the eloquent words spoken from a pulpit. No, the light you carry is far more profound than that. It is embedded deeply into the fabric of your daily life, woven into every interaction, every moment, and every choice you make. It is in the way you speak to others with kindness, patience, and understanding. It is in the way you treat those around you, showing them respect and compassion, even when the world might suggest otherwise. It is in the way you move through each day, navigating both challenges and joys with a heart that seeks to serve, to love, and to uplift. The world, despite its hunger for attention and noise, is not truly in need of grand gestures or loud proclamations of faith. What the world craves is something much more real and enduring. Quiet, humble acts of love. It is these acts, these simple yet powerful expressions of kindness, that create true change. The world is constantly searching for authenticity, for people who don't just talk about love, but live it every day. And that is exactly what you are doing. You are living love. You are embodying the heart of God in ways that are sometimes seen and often unseen, yet they are no less significant. When you choose to show compassion instead of judgment, when you offer a helping hand to someone in need, when you listen with empathy, or when you speak words that uplift rather than tear down, you are radiating the light of God. You may not always realize the ripple effect of these actions, but rest assured, they have an impact. Your actions speak louder than words could ever do, and it is through these actions that others are drawn closer to the heart of God. It is in the simplicity of your love that others will see the divine reflected in you. You may never know how your kindness will change the course of someone's life, but trust that it does. By living in a way that reflects God's love, by offering grace in moments of tension, by showing mercy in times of hurt, and by walking in humility, you become a beacon of hope in a world that often feels dark. It's not about making yourself known or being recognized for your good deeds. It's about becoming a vessel for God's love, allowing it to flow through you and touch the lives of others. Your life, lived in such humble service, becomes a testament to the love of God, and it invites others to experience that love for themselves. In the grand design of life, it is not always the loudest voices or the most visible actions that carry the most weight. It is the steady, consistent, loving actions that weave through every part of your day that leave a lasting mark on the world. Your light, though it may seem small or insignificant at times, is never wasted. It is making a difference, and it is pointing others toward something greater, toward a love that is unconditional, a grace that is boundless, and a truth that is everlasting. Keep shining that light, and in doing so, you will draw others ever closer to the heart of God. Every time you choose to be kind in a world that can sometimes feel overwhelming and unkind, every time you decide to choose love over hate, forgiveness over bitterness, you are living out the gospel in its purest form. It's easy to think that making a difference requires a stage, a microphone, or a platform of some kind. But the truth is, you don't need any of that. The most powerful platform you will ever have is your life itself. The way you choose to live each day, the way you respond to challenges, the way you interact with those around you, this is the message you send to the world. And it speaks louder than any sermon or speech could. You don't need to be famous or have a large following to have an impact. Your life, lived authentically and with integrity, is your greatest message. Each day, you have the opportunity to reflect the heart of God through the choices you make. When others see you walking in love, serving others without seeking recognition, and doing good even when it's not easy, they witness something far more profound than words could convey. In those moments, they see Christ in you. The beauty of this is that you don't have to strive for perfection. You don't have to have it all together or be free from struggles to be a reflection of God's love. In fact, it is often in the moments of weakness, when we choose grace over anger or kindness over indifference, that the light of Christ shines the brightest. It is through our imperfections and our willingness to show compassion in spite of our own pain that we reveal the gospel's true power. You don't need to be on a stage to be seen. You are seen by the people around you every day, and your choices speak volumes. When people watch you walk in love and faithfulness, they are drawn to something greater than themselves. You may not realize the profound impact you are making, but every act of love, every moment of service, every choice to be patient, kind, and forgiving creates a ripple effect. Even the smallest act of kindness can change someone's day, someone's perspective, or even someone's life. Your actions, no matter how simple, are an invitation for others to experience the love of Christ. You may never know the full extent of the seeds you're planting, but trust that they are being planted nonetheless. You see, it is not the loudness of your words or the attention you draw to yourself that makes you a witness of Christ's love. It is the quiet consistency of your life, lived in faith, compassion, and service to others. The gospel is not just a message to be spoken. It is a life to be lived. And as you walk in love, others will see Christ reflected in your actions. Through your kindness, generosity, and selfless service, you become a living testimony of the power of the gospel to transform lives. So, keep walking in love, keep choosing forgiveness, keep showing kindness, and keep serving without expectation. Your life is the most powerful platform you'll ever have, and it will speak louder than anything else ever could. As others watch you live out the gospel, they will be drawn to the love of Christ in you. And that is a legacy far more impactful than any stage or microphone could provide. However, there is also a deeper truth that we must recognize, one that is often difficult to accept in our moments of trial and hardship. When we shine our light in a world that is often filled with darkness, we will inevitably face opposition. The light within us is a powerful force, and it is a threat to the darkness that seeks to consume and divide. The enemy, who works tirelessly to keep people in despair and confusion, will do everything in his power to make us doubt our calling, our purpose, and even our worth. He will whisper lies, trying to convince us that we are not enough, that our efforts don't matter, and that we should simply give up. But chosen ones, I am here to remind you that no matter how fierce the opposition may seem, your light is unstoppable. The enemy may throw obstacles in your path, but he cannot extinguish the light of Christ that burns within you. No matter how dark the world around you may appear, that light will continue to shine. Strong, resilient, and eternal. The darkness may surround you, but it will never overcome you. The enemy may try to convince you that you are weak, that your efforts are insignificant. But the truth is this: the light within you is a beacon of hope, a source of life that will not be silenced or diminished. This light is not your own. It is the light of Christ that lives within you, and that light is eternal. It is a light that cannot be shaken by the forces of this world, a light that will endure no matter the trials you face. Even in the deepest darkness, even when you feel alone, discouraged, or unsure. The light within you will never go out. It will burn brighter with every act of love, every choice to forgive, every moment of service, every step of faith you take. The more you choose to walk in love, the brighter your light will shine. The more you choose to serve, the more your light will shine. The enemy knows this. He knows the power that resides within you, and that's why he tries so desperately to make you doubt yourself. He will try to deceive you into believing that your light is small, that it doesn't matter, that you should hide it away. But I am telling you now, do not give in to those lies. Do not let the enemy dim your light or cause you to doubt your purpose. Your light is meant to shine in this world, and no matter how much darkness tries to encroach upon it, it will never be extinguished. You are a carrier of the light of Christ, and no force in the universe can take that away from you. When the enemy tries to make you feel like your efforts don't matter, remember this. Even the smallest act of kindness, the smallest moment of love has an eternal impact. You are planting seeds that will grow and flourish in ways you may never see. Your light, though it may seem small in the face of the world's darkness, is powerful. It is a force that cannot be denied. Even in the darkest moments of your life, your light will shine through, and it will draw others to the love of Christ. You are a reflection of His love, and nothing can change that. It is important to understand that opposition is a natural part of walking in the light. The darkness will try to push back, but it will never overcome the light. When the enemy challenges you, when he tries to make you question your worth or your calling, remember that this is just a sign that you are doing something right. The light you carry is so powerful that it shakes the very foundations of darkness. The opposition you face is simply a reflection of the impact your light is having in the world. And the more you continue to shine, the more you will push back the darkness. One act of love, one choice to serve at a time. It's important to keep in mind that, in the face of opposition, you are not alone. God is with you, and His strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel like you cannot go on, when you feel like the weight of the world is pressing down on you, He is there to lift you up. His light is always with you, even when you feel the darkness closing in. And His light will guide you through the storms, lighting your path when you cannot see. So when the enemy tries to convince you that you are not enough, when he tries to make you believe that your light is fading, stand firm in the truth. Your light is eternal, and it will never go out. In those moments when the enemy tries to convince you to give up, when the struggles of life feel too heavy to bear, remember that the light within you is stronger than any darkness. You are not alone in this journey. You are not alone in your calling. God has chosen you for this moment, and His strength will carry you through every trial, every battle, every moment of doubt. Keep shining, chosen ones. Keep living out the love of Christ. Your light is unstoppable, and it will continue to shine no matter what. The world around us is in desperate need of the light that you carry within. Every day there are countless souls lost in darkness, searching for something, for someone to show them the way. People are struggling with despair, confusion, and heartache, and many feel as though there is no way out. But you, chosen ones, are here with the answer. You are the bearers of the light that will guide them out of the shadows and into the warmth of God's love. You have within you a divine light that is capable of illuminating the path for those who cannot see the way forward. Even though it may not always feel like your actions are having a lasting effect, I want to assure you that your light is making a difference. Each time you choose to extend love, to offer kindness, to show compassion, you are touching lives in ways that you may not even realize. It's easy to get discouraged when we don't immediately see the fruits of our labor, but know that God is using you, chosen ones, in ways that go far beyond your understanding. You may never know the full extent of the impact your life is having on others, But every act of love, every word of encouragement, every moment of service has the potential to change someone's life for the better. The seeds you are planting today are not insignificant. The kindness you show, the love you give, and the faith you walk in are all sowing seeds that will eventually bloom into something beautiful. Every day that you walk in faith, even when the world around you feels overwhelming, you are contributing to the building of God's kingdom on earth. You are spreading His light, and that light is reaching places that you cannot even see. There are people who may never tell you how much your actions have impacted them, but rest assured, they are being touched by your light. The world tells us to look for instant results, to seek immediate gratification, but God's kingdom works differently. It is in the quiet moments, the unseen actions, that His work is often done. You may not receive praise or recognition for your efforts, but that doesn't make them any less important. God sees every moment of love you extend, every time you choose to serve, and every time you stand firm in your faith. He is using you to do things far greater than you can imagine. Keep walking in faith, chosen ones. Keep serving others with a heart full of love and compassion. Keep shining your light, even when the darkness seems overwhelming. Trust that God is working in you and through you in ways that you may not fully understand. The light that you carry is not just for you, it is for the world. The light of Christ within you has the power to heal, to restore, and to transform. You are an agent of change, even when you cannot see the change happening. So, let us not grow weary in doing good. Let us not lose hope when the path seems unclear or the results are not immediately visible. Our efforts are not in vain. The world needs your light, now more than ever, and God is using you to make a difference in the lives of those around you. Continue to walk in the truth that your light is powerful and that it will continue to shine in the darkness. No matter how strong the shadows may seem, keep walking in love and trust that God is doing far more than you can imagine through your actions. You are part of something much bigger than yourself, and the impact of your light will echo for eternity. It's important to remember that even in the midst of our struggles, God is always working. He is using everything, the good and the bad, to refine us, to shape us, and to fulfill His purpose for our lives. Every trial we face is an opportunity for growth, and every moment of suffering is an opportunity to reflect the love of Christ in a broken world. Chosen ones, when you face hardship, don't lose heart. God is with you, and He is using every moment of difficulty to shape you into the person He has called you to be. You are never alone in this journey. The road may be long, and the obstacles may seem insurmountable at times, but you are never alone. God is walking with you every step of the way. His strength is made perfect in your weakness, and when you feel like giving up, He will give you the strength to keep going. Trust in His timing, trust in His plan, and trust in His ability to use you in ways you can't even imagine. One of the greatest gifts we have as chosen ones is the ability to make a difference in the lives of others. Your acts of love, no matter how small, have the potential to change the world around you. Never underestimate the power of a kind word, a helping hand, or a reflection of God's love, and they have the power to transform lives. In this world, there is so much brokenness. There are so many who are hurting, who feel lost and abandoned, who are searching for something to hold on to. And you, chosen ones, have the answer. You have the light of Christ within you, and it is through that light that you will bring hope to the hopeless, comfort to the brokenhearted, and peace to the troubled. The world needs your light, and you have been chosen to share it. But remember, as you shine your light, there will be moments when it feels like the darkness is closing in. You may face rejection, criticism, and hardship, but do not be discouraged. The darkness may seem overwhelming at times, but it is no match for the light of Christ. Your light will always overcome the darkness. Keep shining, even when it feels like no one is watching. Keep doing good, even when it feels like your efforts are in vain. God sees every act of kindness, every moment of love, and He will reward you in His perfect timing. So, chosen ones, rise up and embrace your calling. Let your light shine brighter than ever before. The world needs your love, your kindness, and your good works. Don't be afraid to stand out, to be different, and to live a life that reflects the love of Christ. You are making a difference, even if you can't see it yet. Keep going, keep serving, and keep loving, because your light is changing the world. If this message has touched your heart, chosen ones, I invite you to comment 99 below and subscribe to the Wisdom Ones channel. Let us continue to walk together in purpose, shining our light and making a difference in the world around us. Your light matters, and together we can change the world. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to the Wisdom Ones channel. Thank you so much for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most.